Welcome back to the firing line, everybody. Today we are diving deep into the true meaning of a firearm's legacy. I have a heavy piece of history in my hands right now, and let me shoot you straight from the very beginning. This hunk of American-forged steel runs cleaner and shoots tighter than almost any of the polymer striker-fired options crowding the gun counters today. In this video, we are putting 6 legendary handguns under the microscope. We are not talking about disposable range toys, the kind you trade away after a single weekend training course. We are looking at heirloom-grade defensive tools. These are robust weapon systems, over-engineered to outlive you, me, and our kids. When modern budget-friendly guns choke up on carbon and quit on the line, these fighting pistols are just getting warmed up. You invest in these to protect your family right now, and you pass them down so your grandchildren can confidently defend themselves tomorrow. The absolute heavyweight taking our #1 spot? It literally blasted its way through 2 world wars. Any old-school gunsmith will tell you it is the undisputed king of the armory. Before we start sending lead downrange, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, because the firearms we are looking at today are going to be ringing steel long after we are pushing up daisies. Let us get down to business. Coming in at number 6, the SIG P226. Let us take a trip back to the 1980s. The Department of Defense was looking to phase out the aging 1911. They needed a modern, high-capacity 9mm. During those legendary mud-caked military torture tests, one platform stood toe-to-toe with the Beretta. That was the SIG P226. The only reason it did not win the general issue contract was some bureaucratic penny-pinching over spare parts pricing. But let me tell you about the Navy SEALs. They do not care about some accountant's spreadsheet when they are kicking in doors. They looked at the raw, undeniable performance data. They adopted the P226 and took it to the absolute worst environments on the planet. This pistol is the perfect bridge between old-world European craftsmanship and modern tactical capability. You have a slide that is milled from a massive block of stainless steel. It rides on an aluminum alloy frame, but the rail tolerances are so tight it feels like a hand-fitted custom gun. You are getting a cold hammer-forged barrel that screams German precision. The decocking lever on this frame is, without a doubt, the safest way to drop a hammer over a live round. It puts you right into a deliberate, heavy, double-action trigger pull. That means you do not have to worry about sweeping off a manual thumb safety when your heart rate spikes to 180 beats per minute. And that factory nitron finish is basically armor. It laughs off Kydex holster wear, corrosive body sweat, and saltwater environments. I have personally inspected police trade-in models that look like they were thrown out of a moving vehicle. The slide finish might be completely gone, but you rack that slide, and the internals run smoother than glass. 100,000 rounds is literally just a break-in period for a properly oiled P226. But that Tier 1 pedigree is going to cost you. A brand new standard model will set you back about $900 to $1,100. If you want to step up to the Legion series with that tungsten gray PVD finish and the short reset trigger, you are looking at $1,200 to $1,400. Are you hunting for a vintage stamped slide West German model? Serious collectors are snatching those up for $1,500 to $2,000. Used surplus market? You can usually find them floating between $700 and $900. It is the gun that was too expensive for the regular grunt, but built perfectly for the tip of the spear. Rolling into number 5, the Glock 19. Back in 1988, Gaston Glock took a hard look at his full-sized 17. He saw that plainclothes detectives and civilian concealed carriers desperately needed something a little easier to hide. By shaving down the grip length and the slide profile, he accidentally created the gold standard for everyday carry, the Glock 19. Listen, I will be the first to admit it does not have the romantic soul of polished blued steel and checkered walnut. But as an emergency life-saving tool, it is the most durable, reliable handgun ever mass-produced. The absolute genius of this gun is its brutal, unapologetic simplicity. It runs on just 34 individual parts. When you are in a violent encounter, fewer parts equal fewer chances for a catastrophic malfunction. There is no hammer hanging off the back to get tangled up in your cover shirt. There are no tiny safety levers to miss when your adrenaline dumps and your fine motor skills evaporate. You build your master grip, you press the trigger, and the gun goes bang, every single time. The factory Tenifer metal treatment literally alters the molecular structure of the slide. It makes the steel harder than most drill bits, and it basically refuses to rust, even if you sweat on it all summer. Down below, that polymer frame is not just for weight reduction. It acts like an active shock absorber. It microscopically flexes under recoil, which takes a massive amount of kinetic stress off the steel locking block. Inside the barrel, you have cold hammer-forged hexagonal rifling. It creates a ridiculously tight seal behind the bullet. That gives you maximum velocity while keeping barrel wear to an absolute minimum. I have run classes where guys have dropped these in the mud, kicked them across gravel pits, and shot them bone dry. They just will not stop cycling. There are first-generation guns out there with 200,000 rounds down the pipe that still pass factory armorer checks. The value you get for your dollar is untouchable. A fresh Gen 5 Glock 19 runs right in the $550 to $650 range. If you want the MOS cut to mount a red dot sight, add about $100 to that. And you can scoop up an indestructible Gen 3 police trade-in for $400 to $500 all day long. It is the ultimate blue-collar workhorse of the defensive world. It is not pretty, but it will absolutely get you home to your family. Sliding into number 4, the Beretta 92. When this hit the market back in 1975, Beretta proved that a devastating combat weapon could still look like a piece of fine art. When the military brought it on board as the M9 in 1985, it survived testing that literally shook other prototypes apart at the seams. The most recognizable feature is that massive open-top slide. Sure, it looks incredible on camera, but it was designed for pure battlefield reliability. If you get a bad piece of brass, or if a handful of sand gets into the action, there is no ejection port sealing to trap that garbage. The malfunction just blows right out the top and clears itself. Inside the frame, Beretta used a falling locking block system, totally different from the standard tilting barrels we are used to. That means the barrel cycles straight back on a totally flat plane. The result? Freakish, laser beam accuracy right out of the cardboard box. Combine that with a deeply chrome-lined bore, and you have a barrel that simply shrugs off throat erosion. The double-action to single-action trigger gives you a huge tactical edge called second strike capability. If you hit a stubborn primer that refuses to go off, you do not have to waste time racking the slide. You just pull that heavy double-action trigger one more time and strike it again. Now, I know the slide-mounted safety and decocker is a heated topic at the gun counter. Some guys absolutely hate reaching up there to manipulate it. But from an administrative handling perspective, it is a phenomenally safe system to run. After serving decades on the front lines of the global war on terror, the legacy of this gun is bulletproof. The forged aluminum frame is built like a tank, and it will never suffer from the UV light degradation that slowly kills polymer guns. Checking the price tags, a standard 92 FS model will run you about $650 to $800. If you step up to the suppressor-ready M9A3 or A4 tactical setups, you are bumping into the $900 to $1,100 bracket. And if you are chasing those flawless early Italian-made imports, collectors are driving those prices well past the $1,000 mark. This is the sidearm that proved a metal-framed legacy does not have to be heavy steel. Number 3 on the roster, the CZ75. Smack in the middle of the Cold War, behind the Iron Curtain in 1975, a team of Czech engineers quietly built what I truly believe is the most ergonomic piece of hardware you will ever hold. The CZ75 took the high-capacity, double-stack idea from the Browning High Power and pushed the mechanics to a whole new level. The absolute magic of this platform is the slide-to-frame fit. Look at a 1911 or any standard striker-fired pistol. The slide wraps around the outside of the frame. CZ flipped the script. the slide rides completely inside the frame rails. This does two incredibly important things for the shooter. First, it drops the bore axis deep down into the web of your hand. When that primer ignites, there is barely any mechanical leverage to push the muzzle up. The gun shoots incredibly flat, and it absolutely begs you to run the trigger fast. Second, this is a dense, heavy, all-steel brick that weighs in at roughly 35 ounces before you even load a magazine. That raw mass eats 9mm recoil for breakfast. Because the rails engage across the entire length of the frame, the friction is perfectly distributed. It is one of the rare guns that actually feels slicker and tighter after you put 10,000 rounds through it. And that trigger? When you wipe that manual safety down and stage that single-action wall, it snaps with a crisp 4 or 5 pound break. This exact blueprint has been cloned by companies all over the globe, but none of them have the heartbeat of genuine Czech steel. It completely dominates the practical shooting circuits, and it rides on the hips of Tier 1 units like the Russian Spetsnaz. You can pick up a standard CZ75B today for about $600 to $750. If you are looking to dominate matches with the heavily tuned Shadow 2, get ready to drop $1,200 to $1,400. Those highly prized vintage pre-B models are pulling a premium right now, ranging from $800 to $1,200. Some folks joke that it is the tactical hipster's gun of choice, but the second you run a fast bill drill on a steel target, you instantly respect the engineering. Coming in hot at number 2. The Browning High Power. This is the grand finale, the last masterpiece sketched out by the godfather of modern firearms, John Moses Browning. He built the foundation, and the brilliant Dieudonné Saïve over at FN in Belgium polished it into a legend. When this pistol hit the streets in 1935, it changed the geometry of gunfights forever. While American lawmen were carrying 6-shot wheel guns or 7-round single stacks, the High Power was bringing 13 rounds of 9mm in a magazine that sat flush with the grip. It was the true, undisputed original Wonder 9. Its service record is absolutely mind-blowing, acting as the primary sidearm for over 50 sovereign nations. British SAS operators did incredible work with it. Canadian infantrymen carried it into hell and back. During World War II, it was utilized heavily by the Allies, and any captured models were instantly hoarded by Axis troops. That kind of universal respect across enemy lines is totally unheard of. Mechanically, it relies on a camlock operating system. It is a massive leap forward, far more streamlined and durable than the old swinging link designs of the era. But the real secret sauce is the grip angle. When you press out to full extension with a High Power, the iron sights just magically appear in your eye line. It points as naturally as pointing your own index finger. If you are hunting for one, those Belgian-made FN guns are the absolute holy grail. The rich, deep bluing and the painstaking hand-fitting on those old guns, you just cannot find that level of care on a modern mass-production assembly line. When you draw a well-kept High Power, it feels like a bespoke custom piece. It is shockingly thin for holding a double-stack mag, perfectly balanced, and highly lethal. Finding a good one requires some serious patience. A solid Belgian shooter-grade pistol will cost you between $800 and $1,200. If you want the later Mark III variants with the upgraded sights and better safeties, budget $1,000 to $1,500. And if you are trying to track down a museum piece, like an original tangent sight model or a documented German occupation bringback, open up the checkbook. Those easily command $2,000 to $4,000. Every single high-capacity concealed carry gun sitting in your safe right now owes its DNA to this masterpiece. Taking the crown at number 1. The Colt 1911. There is only one weapon system that commands this type of reverence on the range. On March 29, 1911, the U.S. military signed off on the most legendary combat handgun in human history, the Colt government model. Honestly, calling this thing just a gun feels a little disrespectful. It is a heavy, forged piece of American history. It stopped threats in the horrific, muddy trenches of France. It cleared bunkers in the brutal island-hopping battles of the Pacific. It survived the freezing cold ridges of Korea and the suffocating humidity of Vietnam. So why does it hold the title of the ultimate multi-generational fighting pistol? It all boils down to heavy metal and perfect geometry. We are talking about dense forged steel slides running on forged steel frames. The trigger system on a properly tuned 1911 is the absolute apex of the firearms world. It pulls straight back. There is no pivoting, no hinging. It snaps like a thin piece of glass, and the reset is so incredibly short, you barely have to think about it to shoot again. The grip angle physically forces your wrist into a dominant locked position. And we have to talk about the payload, the legendary 45 ACP. It is a big, heavy, slow-moving chunk of copper and lead that hits soft tissue like a runaway freight train. The true brilliance of Browning's patent is the absolute modularity of the gun. Every single part that takes friction can be replaced. You can drop in a new match barrel, fit a tight new bushing, tension the extractor, and swap recoil springs until the end of time. That forged frame is practically invincible. I have personally sent rounds downrange with U.S. property stamped 1911s manufactured in 1918, and they can still punch a single ragged hole at 25 yards today. Because the aftermarket is so massive, you can build it exactly how you want it. Master gunsmiths at elite shops like Wilson Combat and Nighthawk Custom have elevated this platform into functional art. The cost of entry covers a massive footprint. A rock-solid standard production gun from Springfield Armory or Colt will get you started for $800 to $1,000. If you want a piece of history, like an original World War II Remington Rand, put aside $1,500 to $3,000. But once you start chasing those hand-built, custom-fit elite models, you can easily drop $4,000 to $10,000 without batting an eye. But listen to me. Even a gritty, bare-bones mil-spec model will outlast your ability to shoot it. A 1911 does not wear out. It just wears in. Every scratch from your Kydex, every ding on the frame, is a badge of honor. This is the absolute peak of our defensive firearms heritage. All right, guys, there is the definitive breakdown. 6 iconic, battle-tested handguns engineered to literally go the distance. From the unparalleled trigger of the Colt 1911 to the heavy metal durability of the CZ75. We are not talking about polymer throwaways here. These are the serious defensive tools you clean on the workbench on a quiet Sunday afternoon. The ones you eventually hand down to the next generation when they are mature enough to carry that weight. A true lifetime firearm is an investment in your family's safety and your personal legacy. Now I want to hear from the community. Which one of these legendary pieces of steel is sitting loaded in your quick access safe right now? Or maybe, what is the next platform you are looking to add to the collection? Drop your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you picked up some solid intel from this breakdown, do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you do not miss our next deep dive into defensive tactics and hardware. Remember the golden rule of defensive carry. Buy once and shoot forever. These 6 platforms are built for the fight. Stay safe out there, train hard, and I will see you on the range.